Good morning, City of Newport News, surrounding 7 cities in the 757. Master Police Detective Russell Sutton here for a chat with the cop for the Newport News Police Department. Also present is co-workers of mine. Please introduce yourself.
Master Police Officer Jamie Acree.
Officer Shane Richardson.
And we're here to speak with you all this morning, answer any questions you may have of us for the City of Newport News, and once again, also surrounding cities in the area. We're here, so just send your questions, your shout-outs, whatever you want to say to us, we're here for you.
Hey, we got one light.
Y'all gotta help me out on reading this stuff. They'll be going pretty fast. And if it's a question for like you, Jamie or Shane, I'm just gonna back off and y'all move up. Especially the community stuff. Jamie, we got a lot of stuff from there.
Okay. Let's do what our best can do.
So you got a few.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Thank you, Amanda. We appreciate that.
Definitely, Amanda.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jones.
We love all the support we get. We need everybody, so we
need
appreciate
it.
it.
All come together and be as one community. Can't do our job without y'all, I'll tell you that much.
Bring this thing up so I can read it.
Yeah,
I can't. But
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to read it.
you're gonna be the
Let
narrator.
me see. That's your mom, Rosie, Miss.
Oh man. Hi mom.
hey, Mom.
Love you.
Give some shout outs.
From Massachusetts. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's good.
So let you know the weather's pretty nice today. It's not as cold. I bet you're freezing.
We're supposed to be getting some snow here soon, aren't we?
Maybe then. I should have washed
All right, Miss Rodriguez is asking, is there any suspects in the recent shootings? How recent are you talking, Miss Rodriguez? This past weekend? It's still active cases. Like I said, I'm with the homicide unit, so I have a good insight to what's going on with those. But right now, they're still active cases and currently being investigated by detectives. As soon as we get an arrest, we would definitely put it out to the public, and hopefully that will happen soon.
Yeah.
Thanks for your question. I know we've been having a lot of those lately, but I mean, those happen in spurts between us, Hampton, throughout Hampton Roads, and nationwide. These shootings, we can't predict them. They just happen on a regular, if you want to say that, throughout the nation.
Also, I'm just a little bit off different subject, but I just want to let people know if they know any families that need a hot meal on Friday, Clean Comfort at the Julius Kahn Gym is having a get-together for the community from 9:30 to, I believe, 12. And that's in the 300 block of 30th Street. And Clean Comfort is an organization for the people in need that needs clean showers and to go there and take showers and get a little bit more cleaned up and feel good about themselves. But they're having a church. One of our churches in the community has come in and providing food and a feast for everybody who would like to come by. Again, that's on this Friday from 9:30 to at least 12 at the Julius Kahn Gym.
And definitely everybody put the word out. You know, we have the nightly shelters here in the city. And I know we take a lot of people, you know, personally I've taken a lot of people to the shelters, and it's a really good thing. So if you see somebody in need, you know, at night who needs a place to stay, definitely have them call us and we'll take them there. Let them have a nice warm place to stay for the night and a meal.
Port and Clean Comfort are looking for any donations for socks, men and women's underwear, any clothing, jackets, I believe blankets as well. You can get in contact with the community outreach. I can try to get you to the right people. Again, Julius Con Gym also takes those donations, and Port, which goes throughout the city. All the churches come together and even do transportation from different areas to take the people in need of the shelter to Port every night and in the morning as well back to the area they're from.
Thanks, Shane. Mr. Don Reed says, thanks to all of you for what you do every day to keep our community safe. You're the best of the best, and we appreciate each one of you. God bless. Same to you, Mr. Reed. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Reed.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
And spread the word. We're here for everybody, you know.
Still early, guys. We're here till 10 o'clock. Send us any questions you may have, any comments you have. We try to answer them to the best of our abilities.
I know Aqueduct, we're talking about getting a prayer group together, so you might want to stop in to the office there and see how the prayer group's going. I believe one of our chaplains, Chaplain Dr. Saunders, is actually getting in touch with the families out there to get a prayer group to help combat the violence out there. So if you're interested in that, get in contact with your management office out there at Aqueduct.
Yeah, it all starts with our communities, you know, watching out for each other and policing each other and coming together and, you know, helping us. It makes our job a lot easier.
It really does, especially with these recent violent activities we have in our city. If you know anything about that, don't hesitate to give us a call. I mean, it can be anonymous, and just give us some type of information that can help us solve some of these shootings that we have and other crimes we have going on throughout our city, whether it's burglary, robberies, shootings, whatever it may be. Don't hesitate to call the police so we can figure out what's going on.
These children out here need our help, need your help to find their way, a better way to communicate with each other than just hurting each other. And, you know, bullets don't have names on them. You'd be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And we're just trying to get these young people together and realize violence is not the way to do it.
All right, Mr. Greg Daniels asking, he said, I've been asking this for a while. Is there a growing emphasis on returning to the days of assigned beat cops to high crime, violent neighborhoods?
I know we have gone back to knowing your community. We have different officers assigned to different districts, and they are supposed to get out and know their community. Majority of the officers know which vehicles belong and what vehicles do not belong, as well as people as well. But I see what your point is. You know, you want to see more of us and be able to communicate, excuse me, better with us. But they are trying to emphasize on that. They're supposed to be getting out, doing foot patrols. Myself, I've been out in Marshall Courts and Ridley Circle and Harbor Homes, all out there to get to know my people that live in my community that I police.
And that's the whole point, Mr. Daniel. They get out of the cars and make contact with the citizens in those high crime, violent neighborhoods. You know, it helps. It goes a long way to developing rapport to where if something does happen, they won't hesitate to call us. Thanks for that, Greg. Blue Kazoo, she wants to say thank you for all you do. Have a great day. Same to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rashard Tarpley, are you all planning any more community involvement activities? That's you, Jamie.
Yes, there are so many going on right now. I know that there are some events, Shop with the Cop, coming up next month. I know there are, again, Julius Cahn's having their Christmas on the 16th, Friday of December as well. We have other Christmas things that we do for children. We actually have one that we're going to be working with Edmark Company for giving children in hospice presents, and fire departments also, I believe, in partnership with that. There are so many events going on and so many good people trying to do good, and we thank everybody who donates to these organizations because they do make an impact in our community.
Yeah, you'll be surprised how far it reaches out, and you see some of these kids and everything and how much they appreciate it and their families. It really does go a long way. So everything anybody can do to help, you know, is greatly appreciated.
Also, we have stuff for our youth, we have the Explorers Post. They have to be 14 and 9 months through 20 years of age, and it's like a Citizens Police Academy for the youth, and it's every Thursday night from 6 to 8 in the evening. We have a Citizens Police Academy as well. That way you learn why we do what we do, as well as you get information on events that are also coming around in the community. Also wanted to give someone very much a hello to is Pastor Charles Cheeks, who is the Peninsula Baptist Association, who is bringing all the churches together and in one meeting, in the PBA meetings every month. If you need that information, please ask, and I will forward it to you.
Let me scroll back down real quick. I see you, Eddie Silver. You want to know if Jamie got a haircut? Okay. Karen, how you doing, Karen Brevard? She
Sergeant
says,
Silva's enjoying his retirement right now. Congratulations, sir.
Karen says, I really think y'all doing a great job out there. Thanks, Karen. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Here's another one, Jamie. Miss Roten from the Police Foundation says, don't forget the, what is that, youth leadership camp?
Yep, that's during the summertime. We are actually getting ready to get in partnership with York County. In Newport News, there ourselves, we get hundreds of applications for youth. That is from, I believe, 13 to 17. That does the youth leadership camp. They actually stay with us for the whole week once they are selected and learn about teamwork, discipline, and self-confidence. And that is also funded by the Police Foundation. And we, again, Manda, thank you for and everybody who donates. Virginia Power, I know, is one of them that actually donates to us for the youth leadership camp.
All right, Mr. I hope I'm not butchering your name, Terwilliger. Good morning, and thank you for your time. I recently moved to Newport News from a large city, which is currently seeing an uptick in racially and religiously motivated crimes, including swastikas being spray painted on buildings. Have any such crimes happened in Hampton Roads area? Is the Newport News Police prepared to respond to such a situation? It seems to be happening all across the nation. Thank you for your time and service. Appreciate that, Mr. Let me get that right. Terwilliger. Sir, we haven't seen that uptick as you're speaking of in our area that I know of. However, I'm sure other cities in the area and surrounding counties, you see those as random acts in this area. That's not something that is continuously going on as far as racially motivated or religiously motivated crimes in our area. We don't see too many hate crimes such as those in this area at all. And if you do, or if we do, it's usually you're going to hear about it in the media. So I mean, we usually try to get that out pretty quick, especially if it's religiously or racially motivated. We just don't want that in this area, and we try to handle it quick as we can.
And I find that a lot of the community is very together. It doesn't matter which part of the city you live in. Your family is everywhere within the city of Newport News. Every once in a while you have people that ignorant that do certain things of that nature, but it's been a while since I've seen anything. I've been on the department for over 20 years.
Appreciate it again, sir. All right, Greg, here we go. Well, principally, I like to see the relationships return. If the cop, I say police officer, back in the day had a relationship with the neighborhood, then it was harder for the kid to do crime. There was an element of embarrassment there, with the kid not wanting officer so-and-so knowing that he was doing something bad. Also, the officer knew the kid and could speak to whether he would not be the one involved or whatever. The human element was stronger. I agree with you 100%, Greg.
Yep.
But you also got to remember, and I'm going to say it, it's not the same respect for police officers as it was back in the day. So it takes more patience with some people. I'm not going to say all, with some people to deal with, and we have to stay on point and be on our P's and Q's as well. But we are trying to get back to that old school type of mentality back in the neighborhoods and doing what we do best. Appreciate it.
Also, depending on what part of the city you're in, you can contact this precinct. We have South Precinct, Central Precinct, and North Precinct, and they have neighborhood watches throughout their precincts. I know Resource Officer Great House is South, Parker is Central, and Master Police Officer Valerie Young is up north. So if you also, anybody out there wants to do a neighborhood watch and get one developed, they're the ones who contact and they can make it happen with you. And that will also help us get to know our neighborhoods as well as us attending those meetings, as well as getting out there and walking.
Thanks again, Greg.
Excuse me.
All right, here we got a question from Ms. Hazel Richardson. Related?
Yes.
She says, what is being done to safeguard our guys in blue with all the violence around because of the Black Lives Matter movement? And on top of that, the turmoil of the recent election. I know some of your officers, they're great guys and gals. I really pray they stay safe during these violent times. Thank you for all you do to keep us safe. We appreciate that, Ms. Richardson. We just continue to do what we do. We're going to stay safe and continue to protect one another as well as the community. As far as the protesting and all that, you know, they have a right to do that. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as they maintain order, which they have been doing in our area. I can't speak for cities across the nation, but in the communities in Hampton Roads, they've been pretty good with it. So really hasn't had a negative effect on us here. I mean, like I said, in Newport News, we do what's right and we do it the right way each and every time we come and deal with the public. That's what we aim to do and try to do on each occasion.
The majority of the time we have a good relationship with our community, so that also is a big effect in everything.
The main thing too is, you know, whether people are protesting peacefully or not, is we protect each other and we have to look out for them as well as ourselves and just keep each other safe. And that's all we ask, you know, no violence or anything like that. Everybody, like Detective Sutton said, has a right to let their voice be heard, and we're supportive of that. Just, you know, we don't want to see anybody get hurt, and we look after each other.
Appreciate it, Ms. Richardson. Come on over here. We got Officer Joe Kavanaugh from Central Precinct. Now we represent the whole city as far as...
Yeah, now we have everyone. Now
we
the
have
party can really
coverage.
start.
Mr. Moore says, is it legal for citizens to carry pepper spray? Is certification needed to carry or use? What about tasers or stun guns?
Tasers cannot be possessed by felons. Pepper spray is okay. If you're going into schools, that's another issue because they have their rules and laws that govern schools' properties. But pepper spray, there's no issues in reference concealment. But again, tasers cannot be possessed by a convicted felon.
Hope that answered your question, Mr. Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Moore.
All right, Greg said agreed, and sorry about the use of the word cop. Don't worry about it, Greg. You don't have to apologize. We're used to it, but, you know, we're police officers, and, you know, that's what we are. Cop is a good term, but we like police officers. It says your officer's outstanding. I couldn't do what you do, period. Thanks, Greg, again.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Tarpley, are you all open to partnering with other nonprofit organizations to bridge the gap between police and the community? Go ahead, Jamie.
Well, we've been doing that, and more information gets to us, more we can partner up with. I've been working with the Restore with Miss Tina out there. She has been giving more information to us. We work with the Mayor's Initiative to Stop Bullying. We work with, again, the Police Foundation. We work with the churches and different organizations.